Welcome to a day in the life of the Onguma Reserve. In this 6-episode series, we follow the men and women who have dedicated their lives to preserving and protecting this piece of wilderness and the wildlife that call it their home. This is episode 3, An Ordinary Morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Join us at Onguma the Fort, where we meet up with our executive chef Marius as he starts his day and checks in with the kitchen crew.
Morning. How are you? Good. Tell me, who's at the bar? I need some rum.
I don't know. I don't think, but the windows keep going up.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna check. Anybody's here? Hello? Okay, no barman yet.
Marius manages the kitchens and their staff for all 6 Onguma lodges. His priority is to develop exciting dishes using local ingredients.
Oh, nice fire here. Winter time, ne? Yeah, it's cold in Africa, if you guys didn't know. So you guys are fine. Cool, okay. So, Mr. Elias, let's quickly discuss the menu for tonight. Yeah, something from Namibia. So we're going to use the West Coast fish. Yeah, give it a nice roast. Ne? Do we have garlic and stock coming later today?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have.
Yeah, I saw sea pride is outside. Ne? They're here. Okay. Flame grilled beef fillet.
Marius must ensure that all the perishables reach each lodge kitchen in time so that our weekly menus can continue as planned. We are done at the fort. Now it's off to the next kitchen to ensure the weekly menus are executed correctly. At Bush Camp, we meet up with manager Sandra.
I'll also go to the restaurant a bit just to check the guests most are having breakfast now, so I also just go just to see, not really much, just to peep through, yes, yeah.
Sandra makes sure that all his staff are busy with their daily tasks.
When I see Donovan, I just think of things that needs to be fixed. He's trying his best. He's trying. He's a busy man, but he's trying his best. We always have to keep on looking for him so that he can fix our things. We give him pressure, yes.
At this time, most of the guests have left on their morning activities in search of those magical wildlife moments. And we are back with our romantic felines who seem to be in the midst of their courtship rituals. Lions are able to breed throughout the year with a female polyoestrus, meaning that the lioness ovulates more than once in each breeding season, and is receptive to mating for 3 to 4 days within a variable cycle. During this time, the pair mates every 20 to 30 minutes with up to 50 copulations in 24 hours. The moist soil offers the perfect conditions for tracking, which means it's the perfect time for our APU to start their morning patrol. Today's task: to track and locate a black rhino cow, last spotted 3 weeks ago. During our green season, wildlife activity around the waterholes is low, since there is an abundance of natural water throughout the reserve.
We have that plan in mind that if something big happens frontwards, this one could be my safety place. Then we'll plan how fast it will be there, because the rhino is very fast.
Our rhinos are not radio-collared. Our teams need to put in extra efforts to track them on foot.
Yeah, they are close.
It has taken years of training, gaining experience in all situations to get to this level of field competency. Manu is also out in the bush, about to embark on a morning bushwalk with some of our guests.
Positive, that's affirmative. So yeah, walking in the bush is a very different experience than vehicle-based safari. It's my favorite thing to do personally. You get to see a lot more detail of what's happening in nature, and yeah, like I said, today we're going to focus on the smaller things.
After the walk, Manu returns to bush camp to meet up with Sandra, who assists in safely storing the rifle.
Hello, Manu. Welcome back.
Sandra has been part of the Onguma family for almost 9 years, and with that comes a lot of responsibility.
I started working at Tended Camp when I came here to Namibia. And when I was there at Tended Camp, I was just front of house, and I was also a waiter. I then moved from Tended Camp, then I went to Treetop. At Treetop, I just worked for a year that side. I then had to move because I was expecting my second child, so I had to move and come and work here in Bush Camp. That's when I also fell in love with Bush Camp. And I think I wouldn't want to move from bush camp anymore. But anyway, if I'm told to move, I'll move. But I love bush camp.
Our spa master, Johan, frequents bush camp on a daily basis. Here, he starts his day at the bush camp spa, holding a quick meeting with Selma.
Just have a look here. Okay, so you've got a massage 11 o'clock.
Johan developed both our wellness and spa programs. We have one located at Onguma, the fort, and one at Bush Camp. As Johan heads back to the fort, we catch up with Chef Marius on his way to the Bush Camp kitchens.
I drive up all the camps, up and down, check everything is alright in the mornings, check up on all my chefs, what they're doing, what the menus are, what's up for the day.
So how many people tonight? Is it 34? How many strudel are you making in total?
You make 40.
Yeah, all right. That makes 4 strudel, right? So the recipe times 2.
Times 2 years.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, I'll be going to Tente Camp, ne? I'll see you ladies later.
As Marius spends his mornings visiting the kitchens, let's see how the APU team is doing on their morning patrol. Tracking is a true skill. It is imperative to understand your surroundings and act accordingly. You need to control your breathing, bearing in mind which direction the wind is coming from. Watch where you step and keep an eye out for any potential danger. Ending up in the fork of a tree doesn't often happen, but at least we managed to locate our black rhino cow. During the month of May, our weather begins to change as we head into autumn. The vegetation in certain parts of the reserve dries up quicker, and so have the water puddles, forcing Scarface to make his way back to waterholes for his daily quench. An extraordinary activity is being planned in an isolated location far out in the reserve. So our guides head off to prepare the Dream Cruiser. Specially created for the adventurous romantics, the Dream Cruiser is our most exciting addition, designed for those who like being up close with nature. The couple who will spend the night on the Dream Cruiser are presently accommodated at Onguma Tented Camp, the ultimate safari experience, coupled with tented luxury. For their 3rd evening in the Onguma Reserve, they have decided to do something truly unique.
So let's see what Tented Camp has today. Good morning, morning. Morning, chefs. How are you?
Marius, is everything comfortable? For what? Everything comfortable or comfortable?
Comfortable. Okay, all right, cool.
Yes, everything is comfortable and under control. Guys, I'm going to the fort now and I have to cook some nice dish there for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll see you guys later, ne? All right, have a good morning.
Marius is not the only one who moves between the camps. Maintenance manager Donovan also juggles his schedule, and today he is at the fort for some much needed pool TLC. As Scarface makes his way to the very waterhole where the Dream Cruiser is being set up, we encounter him again, just off in the distance. The lions on the Onguma Reserve have a healthy respect for humans and vice versa. In this case, however, Scarface didn't seem to mind our presence and was merely inquisitive. With the Dream Cruiser all set and ready, we quickly head off to the Onguma private airstrip, where we meet up with Kola as she bids her guest farewell.
As I said, our flight time is about 2 hours. We are expecting a bit of tailwinds. That's good, so it might bring the time down a bit.
Have a great season.
Their chartered plane would take them to Windhoek, Namibia's capital city, from which they will head back home. The perfect ending to a marvelous time. One last flip over the Onguma Reserve and the Etosha Pan. At the fort, Donovan has just arrived for a pool emergency. There seems to be an issue with the water pump, and water is gushing out in buckets. Donovan only has a few hours grace before the next guests arrive. At first, it looks messy, but Donovan always has a quick fix up his sleeve. Onguma the Fort is located at the edge of the Fisher's Pan. The iconic Afro-Moroccan towers stand tall amongst the acacia thickets, overlooking the expanse that is Etosha. The fort is comparable to no other in Namibia, offering one of the most exquisite sunsets imaginable.
The machine is now start working, but now I'm starting to throw salt, and after then I will start the machine. So it can radiate the water, so everything can mix here in the water.
A cigarette and a moment of silence signals a job well accomplished. Each of our lodges has their very own ambience. For Johan, the fort is his little Garden of Eden.
Oh, are you tired? This is my spa soulmate. And every single morning when the sun starts to come out, we have a suntan. I would describe myself as basically an introvert, although I like to speak to people and also to socialize with people, but limited times. And I think the massage therapy also appeals to me in a sense that I can actually escape to my world, you know, where I can work with the right intention, with the right feeling in my heart. And if I'm in my zone, the stutter somehow seems to just evaporate because I'm in my zone. You know, this is my world where I would like to be, so yeah.
Let's meet up with Reserve Manager Yona at the APU headquarters as he is about to brief his team before making their way to Camp Kala. During their weekly patrols, APU members have located a bunch of snares around the construction site. The snares are probably set up by the very contractors who have been employed to build Camp Kala.
Pieter voor Yona.
Peter, copy, Peter, copy.
Morning, Peter. Peter, I'm just letting you know I'm gonna go with the anti-poaching unit again, just to 360 the Camp Carla again, and then also I'm gonna retrieve the snares that we left there yesterday, because I feel we're done with that, and yeah, we can take the snares out of the field.
We copy. Let me know if you need anything. I think also we're done with the evidence. We spoke to all the contractors and sorted. So thank you very much, Yona.
Roger that. Out.
Not only are rhinos and elephants threatened by poachers, wildlife crime is not tolerated on our reserve. Every game path and every trail is followed and meticulously checked to ensure that no other animals fall victim to these deadly traps.
There he's pointing at one track, and here's another one, and all we see is this little bit of lines here. It's unnatural. It shouldn't be like that. It should look like this. So that is a track. You can see the disturbance here, stomach contents, and look at the tree marks of a wire or something. That I judge to be a wire snare. That is definitely old blood, dried up blood. There's blood on the rocks there. And this side is even worse. This is evidence of one animal that they've caught. And then also there's another tree where there's evidence of stomach contents and then blood and the marks on the trees here. This definitely gets my blood boiling. Just if you have to imagine what the animal had to go through, you know. Yeah. So the guilty party is still there. He's still building, still working. And what I asked him yesterday was, did anybody see anything? Because I mean, if you catch an animal or something, you have to come with the meat back to camp. So somebody had to see something, because if I was them, I was like, hey, you've got meat, you have to share with me, otherwise I'm telling on you. And but nobody saw anything, nobody heard anything. There's no meat whatsoever. And yeah, so I told them, you know, the guilty party, did he grow wings and fly away, or is he dead? Where is he? But he's still there, I know it. But they won't give him up. So the next step is, if we find anything again, I'm not going to ask who it is. I just get rid of all of them.
After finding a number of snares, Yona decides to meet with Peter to come up with contingency plans to ensure this never happens again.
Sorry, Yona.
Hello. Lying in bed thinking about it, what we can do is employ like 2 Rubicon guards, just to have a day shift and a night shift.
Yeah.
And that security guard is living on scene,
yeah.
And then his job will to see that nobody goes into the field or whatever. That's just maybe a solution.
I think
because
so, yeah.
this morning we found 3 more spots where something already has been caught.
Yeah.
And now we didn't know about it. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. Thanks, Peter.
Shabba.
Enjoy your day.
Hope it's good.
This was episode 3, another glimpse into the lives of the humans and wildlife who call this private nature reserve their home. Tune in again with us in episode 4 as our afternoon routines begin.